Welcome back to another great film, The King's Speech, based on a little-known episode of 20th century history. That King George VI suffered from a crippling stammer, and this was one among other reasons why he agonized so much about being crowned emperor after his brother Edward VIII gave up the throne to marry a divorced American lady. The film is a little masterpiece starring two incredibly fine actors, Colin Firth and Geoffrey Rush. Gosh, who do you root for, huh? The two films I spoke about earlier in the show too, Black Swan and The Kids Are Alright, have fantastic actors who are all award worthy. The jury's going to have a tough time deciding. Anyway, The King's Speech begins most eloquently with a close-up shot of a microphone. The Duke of York is about to make a speech on behalf of his father, King George V, to the nation, and he has this painful stutter. Sticking his neck out for the guillotine would be a darned lot easier than speaking into this fearsome gadget.
I have received.
Colin Firth said in an interview that he developed back pain rehearsing for this role, and boy does he do a convincing job. When he strains to get the stuck syllables out, your muscles tense equally much. Firth is just fabulous.
Insert them into your mouth. Enunciate.
Of course, the Duke has sought treatment from various specialists, but nothing has ever worked. Then his wife chances upon Lionel Logue on Harley Street with his unconventional methods, and much as the Duke initially despises the man, he ends up becoming his patient once Logue proves that his treatment works.
What was your earliest memory?
I'm not here to discuss personal matters.
Well, why are you here then?
Because I bloody well stammer.
Do you know any jokes?
Timing isn't my strong suit.
What then follows is the gradual trust that builds between the two. And in the meanwhile, King George V is slowly dying and worrying that his heir will not be the right one for the throne, what with him being in the thrall of a twice divorced American commoner. The Duke tries to counsel his brother, but in vain. But fortunately for the country, Edward turns down the throne for the woman he loves, Mrs. Wallace Simpson, a rather horsey-looking, thin-lipped and unattractive woman. But love's blind, and I'm being catty. Anyway, so the Duke will now be crowned king after his father's demise. Not something the Duke is really looking forward to. He used to be a naval officer, and that's where his heart is. He doesn't really want to be king, what with the twin pressures of economic depression at home and rising fascism in Germany. And adding to his woes is his wretched stutter.
War with Germany will come, and we will need a king whom we can all stand behind.
He's afraid of his own shadow.
The nation believes that when I speak for them, but I can't speak.
You could do it. You needn't be governed by fear.
So his lessons with Logue intensify, though the Duke never really gives in fully to Logue's methods, insisting that he will not divulge any personal information of his to Logue, something which the latter believes is crucial for complete cure. Do watch this film to find out what happens thereafter. It is brilliant. Firth and Rush, they simply outdo each other. It's hard to say who's better because they both hit equally high notes. Firth is a model of dignity and composure and nervousness and tempestuous rage as the situation demands.
You can't sit there. Get up!
Why not? It's a chair.
That is St. Edward's chair.
People have carved their names on
Listen
it.
to me! Listen to me!
Why should I waste my time listening to you?
Because I have a voice!
Yes, you do.
And what can one say about Geoffrey Rush except that he's a veteran and a titan among actors. As greasy-haired Logue, an aspiring actor as well, he makes a great doctor-director, a wonderful family man and a gradually trusted and loyal friend to the king.
Perhaps he should change jobs.
And what of my husband with a king? My husband has seen everyone.
He hasn't seen me. I can cure your husband, but I need total trust.
All the other actors are equally excellent. Michael Gambon as King George V, Guy Pearce as Edward VIII, Helena Bonham Carter in finally a worthy role after all the rather silly characters she's been playing of late. Let me not forget to mention Timothy Spall, who's perfectly pug-like in his role as Winston Churchill. Also beautiful are the scenes in Logue's home with him, his wife and his bright children. These scenes are just splendid, particularly the one where Logue and his two sons discuss and recite Shakespeare, and the scene when Mrs. Logue comes home to find the Queen seated at her table. It is just priceless. Director Tom Hooper's classic period piece gets 5 royal stars and is sure to win the awards. It's not easy to tell the story of such an uneasy friendship between the king and a commoner, and that to an Australian. But with his spot-on casting, Hooper ensured that half his battle was won. And the other half, well, he pulls that off without a single hiccup, or should I say stutter. Don't miss this beautiful film. I'd like to mention Blue Valentine and The Fighter as 2 other superb movies I wanted to talk about, but no time now. I reviewed Social Network and 127 Hours some months ago. All absolutely stellar. So let's see who the winners are this year. Last week, Mr. K. Ganesh won a Big Home video DVD. So please send us your address so we can send you the movie. This week, my question is, who do you think will win the Oscar for Best Actor? Let me repeat that. Who do you think will win the Oscar for Best Actor? The first one to write into feedback at ndtv-hindu.com will get a Big Home video DVD. So I look forward to hearing from you. I'll see you next week, and bye for now.